That is the sailor's way around the world in 80 days. That's what Jules Verne would have to sway. Whether we are sailing through the air or flying through the sea. We must throw caution to the wind and write about what we have seen, for there is no way of knowing what direction we are going, and there is no knowing where we are rowing or from which way the ink is flowing. There is no way of knowing from which direction we are growing, 'cause is it raining? Is it snowing? Is a hurricane a-blowing? Is there a mighty novel whispering and showing? 'Cause there's not a speck of light showing. Even the full moon, it's not glowing. So the danger must be growing, the light of knowledge is slowing. Are the fires of hell a-glowing? Are the halos of heaven showing? Is the grizzly reaper mowing, even in his dark hood, stalking and roaming? Yes, the danger is growing. The fables we breathe never stop slowing, 'cause the rowers keep on rowing and the words keep on flowing, and they are certainly not showing any signs that they are slowing. Stop. It takes patience to fully keep on rowing, to never show signs of slowing even when the danger is growing. Because around the soul and back again, with all the sufferings to enjoy. Around the page filled with ink stains, all the stories to invade the brain. Welcome to the journey to the center of the earth, 20,000 leagues under the sea. What a sweet, glorious boat ride. Hi everybody. I am going to do just another fun little set list for you. Obviously some poetry, obviously some music, obviously some beautiful old references that you might know. I hope you guys do know it. These are all fables from great movies that we all grew up with. One good turn deserves the next, as the dodo sailed the sea. Around and round we go forevermore. Where shall we stop? Hopefully on the strangest of shores. The Cheshire cat smiles as the slender moon, the walrus and the carpenter scavenger for their oysters. The white rabbit is late again. Tweedledee and Tweedledum, how do you do, and shake hands. And the puzzle is, button, button, who's got the button? Button, button, who's got the button? For it's time to talk of many things, like shoes and ships and sealing wax. There's cabbages and kings, and while the sea is boiling hot, and whether pigs have wings, we can all learn a lot from the flowers and the bees that sting, especially in the month of June, why we're all basking in the golden afternoons, for we are all just cabbages and kings. Can you stand on your head? Please recite the vowels in non-linear order. Because who are you? How does the busy crocodile improve his shiny tail? He pours the waters of the Niles on every golden scale. And how cheerful he seems to grin. He neatly spreads his claws and welcomes little fishes in with his gently smiling jaws. Here's a very merry unbirthday to you, with riddles and with rhymes. We shall drink tea in the garden and lose track of all this precious time. So here's to you, my fine fettered friends. Remember to talk of many things, like shoes and ships and sealing wax, for we are all just cabbages and kings. what is the difference between a raven and a writing desk? Thank you for putting up with such craziness. Face I fear losing is fraught with the fallacy-filled mask that foreshadows the fatal, fragile self, fretted and fettered into becoming a frazzled Frankenstein. In infidelity we freely frolic in frenzied freedom of fear around the forlorn and flutes and forgotten flowers, and I forgot to find the frequency of finding the humble fissures fixed and free from the foreboding fright of being found out as a fraud of forgiveness. And I freeze in the funk as the phobia of fake flesh fixes itself and will not fall away. I flinch and freeze as I fight the vexing pins and needles of refixing this mask I fear losing. For finding the well-founded facts, I must let the mask fall away and forget the fallacy of all these fatal, fragile fissures, and I stay fixated to the truth of self and become a reformulated Frankenstein full of jubilant festivals. And as I focus on the fanfare and framework of forgiving and becoming the forlonged fun and fancy free, I feast and frolic with the fanfares of the fields of the folk dancers and the foxtrotters, for I have fought the good fight and been named victorious. See, and as I have comprehended the fathoms of losing this fatal mask, I fear to lose. It's forever yours, forever free. That's another video for me. I hope you guys are all enjoying this. I know we're all itching and antsy to get back to performing live. This is what we get. Support your local artists. Go through your YouTube channels because they're hella fun. I'll see you around the corner.